It's the Cable MTG Memory Show.
I feel like I've had so many Hull Breacher games, or so many Hull Breacher decks recently. Alright, chat. I'm down to Hull Breacher yet again. I'm also down to Pack 1 Pick 1 Philia or Ulamog. Voice your desires. What would you like to see me draft? A bunch of dog lovers in the chat. Couple Eldrazi fans. Oh wow, there's like 4 Ulamogs in a row. That's actually close. Alright, let's mog it up. Oh. So if you'd taken the Hull Breacher, you'd be on Wheel of Fortune. If you'd taken the Doggo, this would actually be kind of an awkward pack. I think you'd just take the Voice of Victory. Pretty glad we took the Ulamog, because now we got a plan, huh? We got a fucking plan and a half right here. So in an ideal world, you're either sneak attacking, show and telling, or channeling. In a bullshit nonsense world, you could be Candelabraing a land to cast these cards. I think I'm gonna grab this Verge, though. Oh man, how ambitious would Arena of Glory be? To make a hasty Emrakul? The Channel Dream. Yeah, we want those 3 cards: Channel, Sneak Attack, Show and Tell. Having a backup plan to ramp or cheat them out some other way would be fine. And then we want a bunch of consistency, a bunch of card draw and such. Has me thinking about this, like this Memory Lapse, maybe. Maybe Trainer. Maybe Trainer helps you find your stuff more often, or Jace. Mind Twist was totally useless in this deck. There's not really a lot of black ways to cheat in Ulamog and Emrakul in this cube. So Mind Twist would be adding a color that doesn't really help us do the thing. So I wouldn't say totally useless, but probably not a premium pick. Necromancy could get an Emrakul into play. Briefly. I think I'm gonna grab that Brainstorm. That's what I think. Heck of a card, that Brainstorm. How goes it today? Pretty well, Sergeant. Pretty well. There are not duplicate fetches in this cube. Brainstorm Shelldock, maybe? Maybe. What about Brainstorm Atali? I had a deck that brainstormed Emrakul to the top of the library and then flashed an Atali like 3 rounds in a row. That was a lot of fun. That was just the most fun ever. Grabbing these green duels. Keeping the option of Channel open. Instant Speed Necromancy. I guess you could use Instant Speed Necromancy on Emrakul and then put a Greaves on it. That'd be a funny way to win. Oh shit, what up? Hey Croto, thanks for the sob, the 5 months. Keep up the good work. I'll do my best. I'll do my very best. Atali into 2 Eldrazi was the best play you've ever seen. I don't think I stacked that one. I think I just like got very lucky. Kind of looks like Academy might be open, huh? Candelabra and Map are coming back here. Maybe we'll be hard casting these fucking Eldrazi. We passed Woodfall Primus last pack, but we're still going to grab this Flash. Because then Atali becomes sweet again. If I had Show and Tell already, I'd probably be on the Mystical Tutor. You want the records part to a different part of the overlay? Where do you want it, Coral Dayton? Is this better? I guess I'm considering Ragavan. Where were you last draft, Tamio? So Triplicate Titan is reasonable for Flash. It's not exciting, but it's reasonable. I kind of dig the Talisman here. Yeah, maybe it fits here-ish. Once we're in game, though, I wonder if it's gonna block graveyards or something. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Talisman or Titan. Carnosaur is so close to what I want. It's so close, but so far from what I want specifically here. Regrowth's interesting. I guess Phoenix can't equip Emrakul, The one downside to Emrakul. Shifting Woodland is technically a way to get an Emrakul. Very tricky, of course. But it'd be a funny way to win. Wow, the Mystical Tutor came back. That's exciting. This deck just got a lot better with that Mystical Tutor wheel. Thinking about the Mesa. I guess I like it if we get a Volcanic later. Also thinking about Pyrite Spellbomb. In case we get Academy. Wow, that's all three of our talismans. I feel like we gotta. The talismans produce some nice colorless mana for sowing. I don't know if that's going to matter at all. Probably not playing the Questing Druid. Maybe. Pack 3 might be able to make this deck hum. Eternal Witness is in the cube. Last deck I had... Oh, wow, Black Lotus. Last deck I literally had the Time Walk and the Ephemerate, but couldn't find the Eternal Witness. Second Black Lotus deck of the day. If we get 6 can recur Black Lotus just by discarding a land. Hardcasting Ulamog or Emrakul could be in the cards. There's Sneak Attack. It took me a second to find it because it doesn't look like a regular Sneak Attack. I do like this art, but I also miss the old school border on Sneak Attack. It's so good. Wow, this deck just got a lot better, You think the old art is much better? I mean, the old art is iconic. I think I would like this card a lot better. And I know like the extended frame on the side like helps the art a lot. But I would like it better if it was in the old school border. Interesting. Oh, there's Channel. I want to make sure we get this Channel. There's the Fetch and Utopia Sprawl. Could both help the mana a lot. Torsten plays really well with Sneak Attack, of course. But Channel is, well, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here. You know what's going to happen? We're just never going to draw a fucking Eldrazi. It's just never... Yeah, I knew Pack 3 was going to, like, fucking be our sink or swim moment. I like Fable here a lot. Some nice churn in the deck. Urza is actually another way to get an Emrakul out. If we had Academy, I'd be on Urza right now. Since we don't have Academy, I'm going to grab the Fable. There's a good chance we're just, like, not playing some of this chaff, There's the Atali! There's the fucking Atali! Oh, man. I'm gonna grab the Worm, too. It's just gonna be, like, the best fucking Flash deck ever. Was probably supposed to grab a piece of fixing at some point. These talismans are really nice. The way I do my mana counts, adding a talisman to your deck and as not a land, right? Adding a talisman to your deck is very similar to adding 2 duels. Ooh, Breeding Pool. Because you're adding 2 more colored sources of mana to your deck. So it's sort of like you swap out a basic for a dual land, that would be +1. So this is kind of like adding 2 duels to the deck. We already have 1 fetchable Stomping Ground. Is survival interesting? I don't think so. I think we're going to have something awesome. I don't really want to play any of this stuff, though. Maybe Chariot's a fine backup plan. Oh man, if we get to channel out an Emrakul and give it haste with the Arena of Glory. The fucking dream, huh? The fucking dream. So like 7-ish lands here. That's about right. That's about our deck. That is a shark on Galvanic Blast, yeah. Pirate shark. A frog? Is that Alpha Frog? Speaking of needing blue mana, huh? I think you still keep this. Alright, deck, I'm gonna need you to feed me a blue source here. Black Lotus would have been the sickness. Because then you can Brainstorm and then flash in a Tali. I don't want to take too much damage such that I have to flash in Titan to survive. Hey, there we go. Six permanents? If they are Alpha Frog. I don't know who else A Frog would be. But it's not a certain thing at all. How did Emmy enter? We flashed in a Tali. And we used Brainstorm to set up the Emrakul business. Come on, Lotus, right? Crazy how much better these hands get with Black Lotus. Countering my Fobble. Nope, just looting. Awesome. Come on, Flash, let's do it again. I wouldn't mind that. Opponent's got some nice churn going on. Unfortunate that Sanctum comes into play tapped. Oh, the Arena of Glory I can't really activate right now anyway. Kind of surprised I didn't make a 2/2 to block there. Just fucking auto pay. Okay, that's sick. Auto pay with channel. Never done that before. Did enjoy the Moto. If you click to cast a spell on Moto and then you hold down your auto tap button, like the one that you would use to like auto tap your duels, so they just like tap for their main, like their top option. Anyway, if you do that, it makes channeling a lot faster on Magic Online. You're just like, it's similar, but it takes a click per mana. Stack trophies. Feels worth celebrating. I'm gonna keep another hand without blue here. Hard to say no to a sneak attack opener, right? God, I hope they're weak to Ragavan. It's like Inquisition, take their threat. Oh no! Damn. They weren't weak to Ragavan at all. And in fact, now my Thalia costs 1 billion mana. Or my Talisman, rather, due to the Talisman. You get what I mean. No Blorks. I almost like the trade. Wow, hate this, Lauren. I'm getting fucking handled, huh? I'm getting the Inquisition into Thalia into Lauren. This was some rough stuff. We can't run out blank sneak attack either, because they just bounce Lauren and replay it. Oh, because it's first strike and regular damage, they get 2 draws from the elegy. Cute. Well, if we can draw an untapped land, then we might be able to go sneak double activate. We are taking 8 here, which is a lot. They get 4 life gain. And they draw a shitload. Bobbio. Come on, deck. Come on. Boo, boo. Yeah, we needed that, the mana a little bit earlier, Finally had a sweet Black Lotus draw. Opponent did a good job of keeping me off my toes. That game, I think, is a very good example. People, like, fucking talk about, like, how you need to be, like, unfair in Vintage Cube or Powered Cube all the fucking time. I think that game is a very good example of how that's absolutely just bullshit. It's total nonsense. If you can disrupt while applying pressure, if it's like the dictionary definition of quote-unquote fair, totally good. Totally good thing to be doing. Hey, Podesso, thanks for the sob. Thanks for 4 months there. I'm going to fetch Stomping Ground turn 1 and maybe have the turn 2 channel here. Kind of forgot we had a breeding pool. Oh well. The issue with grabbing breeding pool is then the Arena of Glory comes into play tapped. If you lead on the Arena of Glory, then you could shock yourself and play the Talisman on turn 2 still with breeding pool, and then you have blue for flash, but then all of a sudden you've like lost more life. And you are a channel deck, right? You're probably trying to play channel and have enough life for the Emrakul left over. You think people think that way because you lose to, quote, unfair decks more often than not? You think there's just, like, a higher percentage of unfair decks? I could see that. I think it's mostly from content creators fetishizing it and then it just being, like, a fun thing to say. And then people think it's, like, actually relevant strategic thought. Oh, man. If we'd had one more... Instead of the island, if we had another red source, we could channel into the Emrakul haste here, which would be so groovy. They only have 5 permanents, though, so it doesn't really matter, but still it'd be so cool. They're just conceding the channel. You don't even know what I'm going to cast! Opponent, wait, come back! It could be nothing! Oh, shit, what up? Triflin is gifting a sub! Congratulations to Doc. Thanks, Triflin. I think I like fetching Breeding Pool turn 1. Does Mystical Tutor help? Oh, yeah, it finds the channel. I think I was actually supposed to play the island here, because then I could... Oh, I'm just gonna... Mystical Tutor in response to that. Yeah, I should have played the island here, and then I could have, instead of the Copperline Gorge, right? And then I could have memory lapsed whatever they played, and then on my upkeep, set an upkeep stop, upkeep, use that island to play the Mystical Tutor, and then I could play the Copperline Gorge from hand and still have 2 green for the channel. Is how I fucked that up. This is good, though. Yeah, I don't want to auto-tap for the Ulamog because I want to leave some mana up. And then that'll kill the Voice of Victory, and then I'll have Memory Lapse up on their turn if they do have a counter for me. And then we're not hitting a land here, but we've got counter backup, and then next turn they're going to lose all their fucking lands anyway. It's got Annihilator 4, right? But the Voice of Victory prevents you from playing spells on their turn, so gotta get that out of the way. Oh my god, fucking Solitude. So Memory Lapse is my one counter here. And then I assume they've got another white card. They are Boros, though. What if that was their only white card? Like, we killed a white card, and they pitched a white card already. No, they have another one. They had to pitch Comet this time, I guess. We do get to gain 10 life back. God, that was their last white card, too. They were so close to running out. Mana Leak would have been so much better than Memory Lapse there. That was so unfortunate. On my break, I poured myself a little bit of rum. I'm going to sip on it now and make myself feel a little bit better. This is the Bacardi 8 year. I think I'm enjoying it. I think the Bacardi 10 year is just going to become my go-to rum. Rum of choice. And Thalia. At least I can beat Thalia with this draw. They do have lethal next turn, though. If I was them, I'd just sack the Thalia now. Yeah, put me down to 3. And then the Inti or the Bombardiers by themselves can do 3 next turn. Prevent me from winning, stabilizing with a single removal spell. Yeah, JRC, that stuff. Man. How often have I died turn 3 this cube? Pretty rarely. You'd think that would be good enough most of the time. Come on, deck. Come on. This is one issue I assumed might happen with the deck, where you just, like, sit there hoping to draw an Eldrazi. I wonder how aggressively I'm supposed to be mulliganing. Maybe more. Here I liked that we had a counter and a removal spell. Mana looked good. One issue with this spot is that we start taking damage, then the channel gets much worse. Well, this channel is looking kind of poops. Interesting. Yeah, you can do that at instant speed. I don't actually need this channel, do I? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could pay 3 life to save my 2/2. Oh, nice. We get to trade. Sure. Yeah, Fanatic of Rhonas is pretty good, in terms of just making all the mana in the universe. God, what if they could use my flash? Could be just like the worst hits ever. Hey, Artex 00, thanks for the sub. The 105 months there. Hey, the ambitious. Maybe Copperline Gorge is better. Then you like bolt their whatever their 1-drop is. They don't do anything, it doesn't really matter. Comet's a silly card. You activated him 10 times in a turn. Oh, you must be mistaken. Comet's a Planeswalker. And I'm pretty sure there's a rule in Magic where you can only activate Planeswalkers once per turn. The band is Big Fat Meanies. Ooh, hello. For permanents, you say? Yeah. Yeah. That's some good sneak attacking right there. This hand's sick. Like, the Mystical Tutor could... Like, maybe you go turn 2 Fanatic and then upkeep Mystical for Channel and Channel Emrakul, but I think you're just Mysticaling for Flash and flashing in the Worm on 2. The Exploration has me a little worried about it. Strip Mine. Can we put Emmy on top somehow? We did do that earlier with a brain freeze. Brainstorm. We brainstormed and then we oh, they could have made 2/1/1s. We tutored for the Flash opponent. I don't think they were beating the 15 power anyway, but oh my god, we have the turn 1 fucking Black Lotus channel and there's no Eldrazi here. What do you think, folks? I think I'm gonna mull. So you could Black Lotus channel Mycospawn and fucking fuck up this mountain. I think I'm just gonna Talisman and wait a turn, get to save the channel maybe. We do have an Eldrazi. Yeah, we do. Is Arena of Glory tempting? I think I'm just grabbing Copperline Gorge. I wish we had a Surveil land or something, For the trophy, can we rip the Emrakul, the Aeons Tarn? It's a fucking Ulamog. Too bad they didn't have miscalc there, Would have been able to pay for that one. Oof, indeed. That's just lethal. We know we're drawing Ulamog. Another good example of fair versus unfair. Is this not a good fucking term to use in terms of like evaluating deck quality or whatever? But it's hard to explain why it's so dog shit unless you like show an unfair deck losing to like a Memory Lapse into a 3-mana